Good morning. Wait, good night or good evening, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. Another eventful day in the crypto space. I've been away. As you see, my Twitter's been pretty light today. I don't have my glasses here. Let me get my glasses real quick. Hope everyone's doing really well. I see there's a lot of hex drama with the Zen community. So, are the HEXtremists XENphobic? Oh God. I find it extremely entertaining. We must be in a bear market. Everyone's at each other's throats. To get pumped up for this one, I was watching some Run the Jewels and some Zach De La Rocha. Get me pumped up. Get me angry. But it doesn't work really well. I'm just too chill of a dude, man. Oh, folks, at each other's necks. Yes. Glockmatics showing some of that righteous anger. Hilarious Hilarski. Yes, this was my hilarious ski. This was my Master Chief of my squadron. That's the name he gave me because I was always in trouble, but I was always laughing about it. I never really gave a shit. My naval career was nothing to write home about. I got to travel a lot, though. Thank you, taxpayers. Not missing this one and watching replays too much. What's up, Randy? What's the teacher got to say today? I'm just looking at the Hex community right now and just laughing. I'm like, man, these people, everyone's just hating on each other. I guess this is what bear markets do. They bring out the anger. Here again, my friend. Luke Duke, I have some cheese for my crackers. Hey, Randy, really appreciate the education. Thank you, buddy. Tex, you are welcome again, sir. Can't wait to see Hex absolutely rip on the next run. AP, you and I both. Soldier Pete. MJ Money's with a 777, always bringing the good energy. Market crash, pulse gains, no doubt. World crash, world markets crash. Inflation, wars, rumors of wars. Love the title, Randy. Yeah. HEXtremists, our HEXtremists, XENphobic. Jack is live on Crypto Kindness channel now. Cool, MJ Money. I'm streaming with Crypto Kindness on Friday. The rage is hilarious. At least it's giving everyone something to talk about. We're having fun with it. I'm not hating on the Zen guys. I've got my wallets, but I'm not going to go out there and market it. Once the talk dies down, Randy won't be talking about it much, except when you guys have questions in the chat. Just because I went through and I did my calendar today for all of my stakes, or not stakes, but my claims. And it's going to, I've got a couple on day 250, a couple on 347, 348, 349, 350. So those are all mine spread out. So stuff's way out there. Let's go back. Hopefully we get a Hail Mary. We'll see what happens. Human Hex Trafficker, good evening. My last comment was incomplete. Expecting a deeper stock market crash and lower Bitcoin dip. Yeah. Yes. Did you guys see what happened on BitMEX today? There was like someone must have fat fingered a sale or something, but I heard it dipped all the way down to like 8,200. Bitcoin did. So anybody who had what we call that as a stink bid, say you had a stink bid down at 9,000, and it turned around, we're back up to 10 grand. Woo! Yeah, made some money on that. I've never seen this community more polarized. Human Hex Trafficker, sure enough, but this soon will pass. If Hex does a 10x, everyone will forget about what's going on. Our ATM will get you pumped. Yeah. Yeah. I love Rage Against the Machine that's what he's mentioning. I love their music. The only thing they were promoting the shot in the arm, right? I didn't like that at all. So I kind of stopped listening to them. But for some reason, I wanted to hear some Jack De La Rocha tonight, Zach De La Rocha, and Running the Jewels. And I was checking them out, getting all pumped for tonight. Good evening. Good evening. I invested in Hilarski, Inu, and Staked. I'm so excited. Murph. I bet it was on Binance Smart Chain. That's where all the scams are. How does introvert get into trouble? Man, Soldier Pete, I don't listen to shit, man. My kid, I say to my kid all the time, he's got poop in his ears because he doesn't listen. He's just like me, man. You could be right in my face screaming at me, and I'd be like, I'm just one of those people. I didn't do good in the Navy. I got a good story. Randy's always got stories. So my grandpa was a Marine, and I've always looked up to Marines. And I was a Navy corpsman, which Navy corpsmen are the medics for the Marine Corps. And I always figured sooner or later I'd end up with the Marines. I never did, but I thought I was going to. They're just calling me, right? So one day I went to the barbershop. This is over in Sicily. I was still with Patrol Squadron 26, my squadron. And I asked the barber to give me a high and tight. Anybody who knows what the high and tight is, that's when they go to the skin on the sides and just look like my hair is right now, but really tight on the sides. I go back to my squadron, and Lieutenant Commander Raymond, I'll never forget his name. He was the head of the maintenance division. Old school sailor. Came from Black Shoe. If you guys know what I'm talking about, Black Shoe is true sailors. Worked on aircraft carriers. He's former enlisted. He became an officer later in his career. He must have been damn near 60 years old. He was just a old salty sailor, right? He grabbed me by my uniform and said, "Sailor, if I ever see you with that fucking haircut again, I'm going to beat your ass." I'm like, "Okay, Commander. Okay, Commander." So, that was one of those ties, man. He's like, "Don't you ever come into the squadron again with a Marine haircut." So my last duty station was supposed to be in 29 Palms, California, and I decided to just get out instead. In 99, I just said, you know what? I had enough. I don't feel like going to the middle of nowhere in the desert in California. I'm living in Italy. Been in Italy for almost 3 years. Absolutely loved it. And now they want to send me to the desert. Oh, no, not doing that. Yeah, Zen's just more free crypto in the long run. Bright Light, you ain't lying. It's not really free because I had to spend $120 on fees to send it or to claim it. But yeah, I get you. Persistence. I love it. Yeah. I'm here, man. I'm here. There's my mom. I can barely watch anything these days. Makes me want to stay in my own little bubble. It's true. Good day from Australia. Keep up the great work. Thank you, mate. Warhammer bought some Hedron. Bull markets ago. Well, I just believe it. How much lower can Hedron go with all the buy the rumor, sell the news events that are coming for it? We got 2 big ones coming up. So super positive reasons to buy Hedron. That is the cheesiest shit I've ever heard of. Listen, guys, there's no reason for us to fight here. I just think everyone's bored. Seriously. And some people took it real serious, the fight. And yeah, I admit that I kind of stoked the fire with it because I'm like the guy in the corner that, lights the fire and then sits and just laughs about it. I throw you guys the bone. You're all fighting over the bone. That's my personality. And it was pretty interesting to watch. There's Marion. Get you to Marion. Nice sunset picture you took. Marion just posted a picture along with Jack Hexkin, JAQ Hexkin, some sunset pictures. They're really pretty. Yes, good vibes, good vibes. I jumped in on a Twitter Spaces with Funding Jim. Hex Joker jumped in. Everyone was jumping on him about something at an event, guessing it was from Polska. Didn't go to PulseCon. I was invited, but I'm not going to the US unless I have a really, really good reason. I saw yeah, there you go. Warhammer. BTC wicked to 8,200. Somebody fat fingered it. And whoever had stink bids, they made a lot of money today. Yeah, that was, look, that's more than 100%. That was like 110%. Or if today's price was 19.2 and it went to 8.2, that's like 120%. Made it to a live one. What up, fam? Facing reality. Welcome to the show. Daniel, isn't Zen like the next Hex? No. What's up, people? Lights out. Good evening, sir. Lights out is another one stoking the flames. He's throwing on huge chunks of firewood onto the Zen fire. How I saw the video. If you guys haven't seen this video on Twitter, I almost downloaded it to load it up here for you guys. France has such a shortage of gasoline right now that the police cars are running out of fuel on the streets and the cops are having to push their cars back. There's roadblocks going on. People are setting up roadblocks so that other people can't get in line in order to get gas. What is this, the third world? So what we were talking about with Shemitah and the Jubilee year and how it's just going to get worse through this year, I believe it's going to get much worse. Europe is in big trouble unless something is fixed and worked out right now. Like I said, I have an open offer. Anybody who's coming to Panama, I'll get you guys on the right websites and everything to get, so you can at least hide here for the winter, at least for the worst months, like January, February, March, or December, January, February, that type of thing, because it's going to get bad in Europe. I would not want to be there right now. Not really fair launch, yo. No, not really a fair launch. The bots are loving it. Good evening, everyone. Always look forward to your late night stream, Randy. Ted Nelson, that's why I did it. I'm not a morning person, right? Randy rolls out of bed at 9 a.m. It's just how I do it every day. My kid wakes up at 9. Anna gets up usually around 8 and does her stuff. But the boys, we get up at 9. So I'm better working at night. Notice how the ETH gas price dropped when BSC claim phase opened? Yes, sir. Yep, Zen launched on BSC today. How many wallets, guys? There's some crazy number of wallets on BSC. The bots were ready. You're pretty close to a high-end tight now. Yeah, Pulse Gains. I'm going bald up here, man. It looks best short. If I let it grow out, it looks goofy. Then you see this big old bald spot up here. Really? You're in La Maddalena, 04 to 06. Very cool, Buffer. Very cool. We were just in Siracusa, Sicily. When we were in Catania, we went to Naples. We just did that trip. Then we went all the way up north to Rome, Padua. Stayed in Padua, and from Padua we went to Venice. I love Italy, but I wouldn't want to be there right now. And one thing don't like about Italy, I gained like 20 pounds, man. And now I'm still fighting. I've been home almost 2 months. I'm still fighting to get rid of this weight. I noticed I'm losing weight today because my wedding band is falling off. So that's a good sign. Yes, everyone's bored. I'm all in Hex, but let's be honest, half the community is white. Hey. Let's be nice. Let's be nice. Let's be nice. All right, thanks, Randy. Your photo's just as nice. Appreciate it, Marion. Is Zen the next Google or the next Groupon? Groupon disappeared. I mean, look, it's not going anywhere, guys. It's not going anywhere. It's going to be around. It's just, it was the way that it was launched using the Hex community. I'm going to say it again. The Hex community was vampire attacked. No lie, man. Who's the best marketing community in crypto? Hex. Who's the best place to launch a token from? The Hex community, because we got big mouths and we have great live streams and we got money. Just makes sense. Not that we needed money for Zen, but other projects, they like to vampire attack Hex because we tend to be very trusting. As I said last night, we're gullible as hell. Hello, Pearl. I'm an angel, I swear. I use the emoji and everything. Oh, goodness. I started my claims today, 1,000 wallets over the next 1,000 days. I now work for Jack and Zen. Wow, that's a lot of wallets. Whoa. They just want to push the electric cars, don't they? You better fire up those coal power plants to charge those cars and keep them clean. Yeah, they wanted this chaos to happen, stabilize, depopulation. Yeah. Don't want to be in Europe right now, especially Northern Europe. It's going to get bad. Like I lived in Sicily. My mama will attest to this. She came to visit me in the wintertime. I don't remember what month it was, but all I had was there's the heaters you move from room to room. And remember, this is 98 probably. I think this is 98. Yeah, because I had my GTI by then. And my mom was sleeping in the living room on my I had a futon. And my mom had to come move into the room with me in the bedroom because it was so darn cold that night that I only had the one heater. But southern Italy is doable. Like Naples south, you can get away with not having to heat the whole house and those kind of things. But anybody north of Rome, oof, yeah, I don't know how they're going to do it. I'm really scared for those folks. There's going to be families having to move in with their neighbors and stuff at night to help keep it warm. Yeah, people are going to have to cut down trees to burn firewood if something gets done really quick. Don't have much time. Look, it's October 11th. Winter's officially starting in a couple weeks. Not good. They want to push electric cars and then create an electric shortage like here in CA. Yeah, California. Mm-hmm. Randy, do you listen to Mike Adams, the natural news guy? No, I don't even know who Mike Adams is, how I mean. You could send me a link. I'll check him out. Good to see you, Randy. I have been a subscriber since your first video. Daniel, really? Dang. My first video, that would be 2011. Wow. That's when I was making videos about metals. Greetings to the Philippines, Mr. Rock Jockey. Welcome. Randy, did you mint on BSC? No, I don't do anything on BSC anymore. I even got rid of all my Pulse Doge Win because they said they were moving over to Ethereum. So I was just going to buy them back in Ethereum, but they haven't made the migration yet. And remember, I sold all of my liquid crypto back in August to prepare for Shemitah, and I started my DCA like a week and a half ago. Willow Dreams staked my hex today. Good job. Vampire attack is when somebody comes into your community and they use your community for something, whether it's launching their own coin or using you for liquidity, those kind of things. And it's not a pleasant feeling. The reason why the hex community is so upset right now is because we feel used. It's not Jack. Okay. It's not Jack. Jack, love you, man. Whatever, you're doing a good job with Zen. But the way he came in reminds us of the stuff that's happened to us in the past and how we feel used by it. And I'm not going to go into all the projects that have used us, but it's like we got that chip on our shoulder, right? And you come in and you're fucking with that chip, and it pisses everybody off, and we snap really quick because we have these bad memories of when people fucked around and found out. Because the hex community has a chip on its shoulders from the beginning because the way we've been treated. Zen could be the next Doge without the meme because it's never ending hyperinflation. How I made you right. At least never ending for 8 years. I'm more into pesto than crypto till next cycle. I think my wife is too. My wife loves pesto. She absolutely loves it. And she got so frustrated in Italy because she couldn't find it. And she didn't actually have real pesto until we got really far north in Padua. Padua was the first time. It might have been Verona too. I think she found it in Verona, but you have to be up north. It's good, Randy and family. I think Hex community is phobic to most projects, and this bear concerns me for Pulse communities and sustainability. Pulse X, I agree. Myself and Nerd Girl have been very tolerant since the beginning. reminding everyone that Pulse Chain will launch someday and that we have to be agreeable and not hate on other projects. I've always been one for that. Even Johnny Chaos was surprised that I got angry with Jack. I'm not actually angry with Jack. I was just calling it out. I saw what I saw. I heard what I heard when I listened to the playback when he was talking bad about Richard. So I said what I wanted to say. That's all. Crypto Nate, good to see you, buddy. Crypto Nate, Nate J, and I every tweet he makes, I like that shit because we think very much alike. Good to see you streaming regularly, Randy. Great content, great backstory, informative, much appreciated. Captain Anthony, you're welcome, sir. I remember thinking I came to visit you, was going to freeze to death. Don't forget the freak snowstorm I thought we would die in. Yeah, when we came back from northern Italy, driving through the mountains just past Naples on the way back to Sicily, we hit a freak snowstorm. That was nuts. And remember, I got a GTI with I think they were V-rated tires at the time, so we had to pull off and go find change for the car, and we found them. And we get back on the highway. We're the only ones on the highway. What an awesome drive home it was. Just lots of shit coins. 420 hex, you ain't lying. It's so true. Doesn't it scare everyone that lots of Chinese wallets claimed it and how quickly Zen listed on other exchanges? Did RH say exchanges only list if the creator pay for it? Strange stuff. No, not necessarily. So when we launched Epic Cash was supposed to be a fair launch as well, but we did have CPU mining, and CPU mining is a favorite of the Chinese miners. So if they have extra mining capability from Monero and things like that, they would point it at other coins that have CPU mining. So tons of Chinese mining equipment was pointed at Epic Cash, and there was an exchange that they kept dumping it on, and I was just there buying it up like crazy. It went from 80 cents down to a penny and a half, or 0.008, just under a penny. And I bought up to about a penny and a half, and I helped one of my friends buy up to, I think it was like 5 cents or something like that. And the coin ended up going up to $8 after everything calmed down. The Chinese miners, that's normal. They get it, they dump. Not sure why, but the resolution looks extra crisp today. Pulse gains, thank you for that. I appreciate that. I did change my lights to white instead of the brownish tint, not brown, like the yellowish tint color. I changed it to white. That might be what's helping. Every time I visit, we have a near-death experience. So I got a great story for you guys. I just told the story about 4 hours ago. We were hanging out with some Canadians from Saskatchewan. They have a house about an hour outside the city. We went to go hang out with them today because they have a little daughter, same age as our son. And last time my mom came last year, we went whale watching right back there. We went out to Contadora Island, which is about normally an hour boat ride. And it was right after the lockdowns were ending. The tourism was just starting to start up in Panama again. And on the website, the whale watching, they got this really nice, dual hull fast boat that takes everyone out there to the whale watching tours. And we bought our tickets online, and we show up at the docks, and I'm like, okay, where's the boat? Like, oh, we're taking this one. I'm like, that's not the boat that you guys got on your website. Like, oh, this is the one that we rented today from the skipper. He wasn't using it, so we're using this boat today. I'm like, but that's not what I paid for. I'm thinking in my head, right? My mom's thinking the same thing. We're like, what the heck? So we get going, and it takes us like 2.5, almost 3 hours to get out to the whale watching area and Contadora Island. And we saw a bunch of whales, humpbacks, and we saw hundreds and hundreds of dolphins, pods of dolphins. It was a beautiful day, and got to go to the beach and jump off the boat and go swimming and everything. But on the way back, we looked to the right. We're along the coast of Panama. You can see the coast. And my mom says, she points at the coast, says, that doesn't look good. And the storm was rolling in. It was so dark, and you could see the lightning and everything. And I said to my mom, oh yeah, that's not good. The sailor in me was kind of cringe. I'm like, oh man. And this boat was slow. It was an old yacht, and it wasn't going very fast. And come to find out, only one of the engines was working. I'm like, shit. So I said to the captain, because we were up on the second floor where the captain's wheel is. I said to the captain or his mate or something, I said, look, all these windows are wide open. We got a storm coming. And they ignored me. And then the storm got closer and closer because they kept telling us, don't worry, nothing's wrong. I saw the storm getting, I said, listen, guys, you need to get these windows up, the button up windows. And anybody who's been on a sailboat or a regular boat knows how hard those buttons are to get on. So you got these guys hanging off the side of the boat, trying to button them back in or button them in because the wind starts picking up. And then the swells start picking up. My wife's on the floor puking her guts out because she's got, she's sick from the waves. And little old ladies start crying. My mom's in pain, because she just had surgery. So she's trying to hold herself steady. And everyone's absolutely freaking out, except for this one chick who was drunk and my son. He was cool with it for some reason. And I was trying to stay calm for everybody. And then the lightning starts striking within 100 yards of the boat. Boom, boom. I'm like, oh man, this ain't cool. We're hitting big dips. And I said to the first mate, I said, listen, buddy. I said, you better get life preservers for everybody. He's like, don't worry. Oh, don't worry. There's not going to be a problem. I said, get the freaking life preservers. I'm like, am I the only normal person here that understands that a life preserver makes everyone feel better? So they worked to get everyone life preservers. Everybody that was on the second deck, on the first deck, they all got inside and they're all sick. They're having, they're getting seasick, having a hard time down there. We ended up getting back. It took 3.5 hours, 2.5 hours in a full out storm with swells coming up and hitting the side of the boat and everything. It was nuts, guys. I never want to go through that again. My mom's got PTSD from it. My wife's got PTSD from it. I'm like, hey, babe, let's go out to Contadora. Let's go stay at a hotel out there. She's like, no. If you guys ever watched the TV show Survivor, Contadora is one of the islands called the Pearl Islands where I think they did 2 seasons of Survivor out there. So yeah, cool little story. I know it took a while to say it, but it's a cool little story. PTSD is a real deal, man. Lights out. Yeah, it's just the Chinese. They know what they're doing. They know how to make money. They're taking advantage of the situation. Jack just explained that he was misunderstood about Richard. You can see it on Crypto Kindness channel later. Yeah, I know. I've gotten like 4 messages today. People were messaging me, hey, Randy, you're wrong about what he said. Man, I listened to it. I don't think he was misunderstood, but he says he was. Will you mint Zen? No, I'm not touching BNB, guys. I'm done with that shit. I wait for Pulse Chain now. I hope I never have to use the Binance Smart Chain ever again. Please. It's garbage. I don't want to use it. I got Ethereum. I've got some stuff on Polygon. And then I have everything else on Pulse Chain when it comes. Yo, for sure. Morning, Randy. Sent you a clip via Twitter DM. Cheers for the alpha. Hex down under. You are welcome, sir. It's tough buying crypto now. My bank account is reversing transactions from multiple exchanges. Really? More Hex? That's not good. Just wanted to say hey before I go to bed. Kinetics, good night, sir. Going to bed a little bit early, but I know you're a hardworking man. Did Randy already talk about how validators can mint Zen for free X Infinity? I didn't talk about it, but I guess I'm not that technically savvy, but I heard people talking about it, and that doesn't seem very fair, does it? Do you think there will be another bull run, or is this time different? Are they saying, Daniel, there'll always be another bull run. There's be a bull run somewhere, right? It's just that the bull runs will be less and less powerful each time. I think this next one will be the final big bull run. Then after that, they'll become like the stock market, just get weaker and weaker until crypto takes over the stock market. When I say takes over, everything from the crypto world will migrate to everything from the stock world will migrate to the crypto world. Everything from the real estate world will be NFTs in the crypto world. The collector's world will be NFTs, that kind of stuff. I also hang out there before. Thanks, guys. Everyone's hanging out. Everyone's in their pajamas watching Randy. Yofo show, what you talking about? 156K. It would suck to be in that situation. Yeah, you have no control when your boat's getting bounced all over, short storms flying. You know, you're down to one engine. Oh, and I forgot to say, the bilge pump light came on. Any sailor out there knows what the bilge pump is. When the bilge pump light comes on, you pee-pee your pants a little bit. That's what keeps the boat from flooding. And if it gets too much water down with the engine bay, that one engine that was left, it's going to cut out because it'll get flooded. So yeah, we were down to one engine and the bilge pump light came on. Randy was not feeling too kind. Dang, you're going to be wealthy one day. Oh, he's talking to Yofo Show. Hex gains, guys. I went big in Pulsec also, not 150K. 150K is big. It's a lot more than I did. Pulse gains, 1,000x. Oh, yeah, mid 2025. That's possible. But I think that's going to be the end. I think the bull market have already passed by then. Oh, wait. Bitcoin halving is February 4, 2024. So yeah, that'll be right at the peak of probably the next bull, or right around there. Captain Anthony, you're welcome. Hey friend, I got here a bit late, but I'm here watching from the start. Doug Griffiths, to exit. Chinese bots are beast. Yeah, they are, Motley Investor. They got whole warehouses full of CPUs that just mint stuff, or cell phones in this case. That's all they need, right? So grateful for you and any other streamers in this bear market. Next bull run going to be lit. Yeah, imagine what these live streams are going to be like in the next bull run. You know, if I say that I get to, before the bull run, say that I get to 50,000, 60,000 subscribers, and then the bull run hits, that'll jump probably to about 200,000 in a year, just because virality. If I keep this going, people are going to find it. I'm going to try to be the level head in the space, reminding people to take profits, reminding people to be careful, you know, those kind of things. And I think that I'm not going to be the next Bit Boy. I'm not the next Wendy O. I'll get my sponsors, but I'm not going to be, just shilling coins for the coin shilling of it. I'm not doing that anymore. That was me, and I did that shit in 2016, 2017. I'm done with that. Don't ever want to do it again. This guy, what's good? Just enjoying life. Is it still profitable to have the NFTs generating ICOSA? Let it ride until bull market? Warhammer, let those things ride for a long time. They're making so much yield right now. I know there's a lot of people in the chat that wish they had NFTs, because what happened was the ICOSA contract for staking and the Hedron contract for staking got diluted by latecomer dolphins and sharks, right? They weren't paying attention, but even if you're late to the party, you could still stake ICOSA and you could still stake Hedron. But if you were late to the party, you missed out on WATSA, WAATSA. That was a really cool NFTs that were only available for, I think it was for 10 days or 2 weeks or something. I only got a couple, but those are really, really paying well right now. And you're going to get a copy of those on Pulse Chain. We got a copy of them on ETH POW and ETH Fair. So really, if you got one, you're going to have 4 of the same NFT. You could say the boat got Shemitah. Crypto Vince, no doubt. That was some scary shit. And I was in the Navy. Oh God, we're getting Shemitah right now. The whole world is. Don't be that guy like 4K the clown. No, I'm not. Nah, hey, I've got my Zen. I'm just not out there promoting it like it's the next best thing. That's all. I won't do that. Kinetics needs that beauty sleep like a lot. Dude, I'm one of those guys. I go to sleep at midnight and I sleep till 9 a.m. every day. I always get my 9 hours. It's one thing I control. I can control how much sleep I get, and I sleep like a baby. I'll tell you guys. I've been taking zeolite. I've been taking XEOLITE, the powder, doing the spray as well. We did a couple other things. I'm taking all kinds of supplements for my kidneys and for blood pressure and all that. And I'm sleeping through the whole night. And I'm an old dude, right? Old dudes have to get up and go pee a couple times a night. No, Randy doesn't have to do any of that. I sleep through the night like a baby. Holy crap. I'm having vivid dreams. This stuff is nuts. They say zeolite takes all the heavy metals out of your system. Whoa, it's awesome. It's available on Amazon. I got the one that's a green bottle, and it's like $36. And if it was just one person, it'll probably last 3 months because the scoop is a little tiny scoop. You just put it in the water, mix it up, and drink it. It has no taste. And Diometrius Earth is the other one that's very similar to zeolite. Do it, guys. Check it out. It really works. We've only been doing it for 3 weeks, and whoa, what a difference it's made. And I need to take my fillings out. I have these stupid amalgam fillings that I got when I was a kid. They got mercury in them, so I have to get them taken out. But I got to go to Costa Rica to do it. They're the only place nearby that has the special training to do it properly. Look at all you guys going to bed early. East Coasters, I understand. Like my mom. It's 11:30 back home. What about Pirate Train Lafayette? Scam. I don't know if Pirate Chain's a scam, but the way that Raphael and the Crypto Vigilante pump and dumped it, that was a scam. K4K is wrecked. I've only had one conversation with him. It was on Cabana's show, so I really don't know him that well. Yeah, I'm not going to attack the Zen community. No way. No way. Yeah, why you like Zen so much? That's okay. You don't have to go into it. Okay. Come on, guys. No attacking each other. Not a lot of attack in chat, please. I'm a shark, Pulse Hedron. I know what is good or not. Zen will be easy. 2 cents by 2025. 2 cents. Holy crap. Randy's going to be rich. I hope so. Like, I never thought Hex would have reached more than 10 cents in 2021. No way. I thought 2.5 cents would be our max. And that shit went to 56 cents. Hey, Randy, what do you think about tax implications for some Hexagons launching Pulse Chain this year versus next? Michael Becker. Randy doesn't talk about taxes. So I'm going to hide this notification, and I hope you never bring it up again. One HEXtremists. Thank you. I appreciate that. What Jack doing is a big adoption turns into SHIB effect. I hope so. I hope there is that SHIB effect. Only 14-day window. Yeah, that was for the what's the NFTs. Time to set another Hex limit buy. Shilling coins get you channel wrecked. Captain Anthony, no doubt. Godwill also added to the Hedron and Icosa staking pools later as well. I don't think he made his own what says. Yeah, that diluted all of us. And not just him. My friend, it was one of the top 30 wallets, put a crap ton into the Hedron and put a crap ton into Icosa. And he messaged me when he did it. He goes, "Oh, I'm putting money in today into both of those projects." I'm like, really? All I thought of was Motley. I said, Motley's not going to be happy. Because I know that we talked about it one day in the on Cabana's show. And Motley's saying, "Oh, man, we got diluted." And then my friend told me he's putting a bunch into Icosa. I said, "Oh, man, no, I'm about to get diluted." Because I put it all into Icosa. Oh, man. Let's go to the news real quick because we got some important stuff to talk about. Let me use this one. Let me make it bigger too. IMF cuts 2023 global outlook over colliding global shocks. The 3 largest economies will continue to stall. The worst is yet to come, and for many people, 2023 will feel like a recession. Recession? Is that all? The International Monetary Fund has cut its global forecast for 2023 as economic pressures collide from the war in Ukraine, high energy and food prices, and higher interest rates. The IMF warned on Tuesday that conditions could worsen significantly next year and said it expected more than a third of the world's economy to contract. Contract means their economies are going to get smaller. The 3 largest economies, the US, China, and the Euro area, will continue to stall. In short, the worst is yet to come, and for many people, 2023 will feel like a recession. Yes, you said that. Let me see. U.S. growth this year is forecast to be a meager 1.6%, a 0.7 percentage point downgrade from July. The drop reflects an unexpected second quarter GDP contraction. The IMF kept its 2023 U.S. growth forecast unchanged at 1%. Eurozone growth will fall to 0.5% next year as high energy prices slam output. with some key economies, including Germany and Italy, entering technical recessions. Thank you. Thank you. Regarding market turmoil in Britain after financial markets rebuked the new government proposed tax cuts, UK fiscal policy need to be in step with central bank inflation goals. The global economy's future health rests critically on the successful collaboration of monetary policy, the course of the war in Ukraine, and the possibility of further pandemic-related supply-side disruptions. That's enough bad news, guys. Thank you, Al Jazeera. We really appreciate it. Love ya. All right. Now, this is from CNBC. Only about 30% of millennials are comfortable investing in crypto, down from about 50% in 2021. The shine has come off these coins. I'm not going to read the article, but I just thought this title was such bullshit. The only reason why millennials they've lost interest in crypto is because they were treating it like a lottery ticket and not learning, not doing their own research. They're buying crap coins like SHIB and things like that. So that's why. That's the simple, answer for all of it. It's typical. We're in a bear market. We're going to have a contraction in the amount of users in crypto because we're in a bear market, period. Okay, I thought this is pretty interesting news. Google selects Coinbase to take cloud payments with cryptocurrencies and will use its custody tool. Google will start allowing a subset of customers to pay for cloud services with digital currencies early next year. In addition, Google said it would explore using Coinbase Prime, a service for storing and trading cryptocurrencies. Coinbase will move some of its applications to Google's cloud from Amazon Web Services. So Coinbase made a deal with Google, and Google says, sure. If you guys come use Google Cloud, we'll start allowing you to use payment, our payment platform. So I thought that was pretty interesting. I'll pat your back, you pat mine. I won't read the whole article, but I mean, that's the gist of that one. So yeah, economies aren't getting any better. We're in a Jubilee year. People disagree with me about the Jubilee year. About half the people think it is, half the people think it's not. But I'll tell you what, it's pretty much, we're getting schmeated back to back 2 years in a row. So we're going to have a big contraction this year. Inflation is going to still increase. Your fuel costs are going to still go up. Even though here at the pump in Panama, my prices just went down a bit. When I first came home, diesel was like $1.30 a liter. Now we're down to $1.12. So it's dropping a little bit. I don't know. Things are getting very expensive for everybody. I only care about money, not in love with one coin. I own all Pulse. Yeah, exactly. Make that money, guy. Make that money. Pac-Man was shilling Zen in Crypto Kindness stream. Wes Brandt, it's okay. I mean, shilling's one thing because it's annoying, right? But what can we do? I mean, there's no money to be made on Pac-Man. There's no money made on Zen right now because anybody who's trying to get as much coins as possible is going to put it out 300 something days. As we add to our Hedron stakes, do you suggest adding it to our Hedron and Cosa stakes? Why have a token that's not doing something for you? Use the utility of it and get it staked and help you earn more. For sure. Depending if how much you have. If it's only like 200,000 Hedron, is that really going to earn you anything? No. If you got 200 million, that might earn you something. God, guys, stop. Are you minting Zen? No, Corey. No. Randy doesn't touch Binance Smart Chain. Randy's off, done, finished with Binance Smart Chain. I'll never go back to it. The only reason why I was using it was because of Pulse Doge Win. That's the only reason. And I still love Pulse Doge Win. When the time is right, I will buy it. Might have to wait till it comes to Pulse Chain, but I'm not sure. Yes. What's that, Marion? Need some weed? They're talking about weed. Is that what you need? I know Randy ain't touching BNB. Yeah, I'm done. I'm so done with BNB, Binance Smart Chain. We are being dumb, being like this. Zen could be good for the hex. Yeah, guys, can't force stuff down people's throats. Keep buying mint and validators mint for free. Zero gas. You're literally feeding exchanges and validators money for something that cost them zero. Blaine, it's okay, man. Okay, I'm not going to crypto community. Better late than never. Welcome. Love having you here. Peanuts in crypto can turn into a lot. I watched $80 turn into 12 grand, and then 12 grand went into PLSAC. Every little thing counts. Blaine? Absolutely. I can attest to that. I started out in crypto in 2014 with, I think it was two Bitcoin, a little bit over 2 Bitcoin in February of 2014. Look at me now. And we've been taking profits. And I was talking to my Canadian friends today, and we were breaking down numbers a little bit. And he asked me, "Do you ever take profits?" I said, "I probably take out 30% every year." 30%. I said, "Imagine if I never took out that 30%, where our wealth would have been. That would have been compounded so much." But you got to pay bills, guys. That was weird. It's a weird sound. Can Hex reach at least 10 cents again during Pulse launch? For sure. For sure, Warhammer. I'm a DDS in Missouri. You take out the most electronegative filling on tooth first and then sequence that until done. Thank you, Daniel. What the hell's that sound? Weird. DDS is dental, by the way, guys. Yeah, I was going to go to a smart clinic, smart certified, to have these amalgam fillings taken out. I've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 9 of them. It's annoying. The meme coin and now Zen. God, guys. Paul Sachs, guys, it's okay. It's okay for people to like something, and I won't block somebody in our channel or ask you guys to block anybody in our channel for talking about another coin unless they're calling people names, like really rude names and stuff. So trying to be nice to each other. Let's enjoy. I'm chill. Let's everyone be chill. Did you see someone already built a Jack Levin Inu token? No. How bizarre. Taxes for PulseX, it will open up 0 and you will get taxed after you sell. So all you have to show your 0 in Pulse coin, and then you sell it taxable. Okay. I don't know anything about taxes. I love my Icosa stake. Yeah, Motley, definitely paying well. Our Hedron stakes, on the other hand, not so much. We got diluted too much. Hey, Motley, do you have the design doc for those Hex Pulse rings? Oh, that'd be cool. Have you guys seen Motley's rings? They're nice. Very, very nice. Fed will do 2 more rate. Yeah, Pac-Man's possible. I just don't think they're gonna start tamping down, right? They're not gonna be as big. So 75 basis points was the last one. This next one maybe 50 basis points. The next one after that be 25 basis points, and then they're done. That's just my opinion. Yep, Wendy Shift. I did not, but I can ask Pete Marco for them. Not sure if he releases them or not. He's talking about the rings. Don't let those fear headlines affect you. 90% of them manufactured by the rich and world leaders and media propaganda. Warhammer? High five. Got to read those books about propaganda, folks. Pappy Silver, I wouldn't touch it. I don't touch PZen. Is there any risk by giving the Zen Mint to others' address from the Zen Mint page? Is there any risk by giving the Zen Mint to others' address? I'm not sure what that means, Paul. Yeah, it would be cool if we could release that info. It would save some Hexagon money if they want to get a ring done. Yeah, because you guys wouldn't have to have it designed, right? Or pay a designer. Hex token, thank you. Oh god. It just came to me. It came to me while I was driving home. What's your take of ETH Fair? Sure, I love ETH Fair. I think it's going to do really well because it has money behind it. ETH W, I think it's going to be here too, but ETH W, remember, it's proof of work, and the governments don't like proof of work. So the first thing that's going to go, the governments are going to attack, is ETH proof of work, right? Which one do I think will do 100x first? ETH proof of work. I think that one's going to be the better coin for making money in the next bull run. ETH Fair, what's cool about that is that we have copies of all of our projects over there that we had prior to the ETH 2.0 coming to be. So love it. What is scary is that Sam Bankman and his buddies behind, they want to, yeah. Sam Bankman of FTX supporting a bill to make DeFi illegal. Remember what Russ Albrook went to prison for? That he was accused of doing? Well, Sam better watch his ass, because there's a lot of people in crypto to be very pissed if such a thing happens. Jesus, what a day. And yes, sir, it's unquestionably year 50 after the 7 times 7. People can laugh till they're blue. Doesn't change the facts. Yes, it is. In my opinion, it is a Jubilee year. So Shemitah 2.0. We have another year of this shit. And I still think CBDCs are still going to be launched by the end of 2023. There you go. See, how long after CBDCs will they make cryptos illegal? I don't think they will. I think everything is coming to crypto. So you're going to have, if you guys missed my Shemitah series, I had a whole show just on CBDCs. And I think they're going to have 2 parallel worlds. You're going to have your CBDCs and you're going to have your crypto. Crypto is going to absorb everything. It's going to be your real estate with the NFTs. It's going to be your stocks. It's going to be your banking and anything that's out of the normal banking system. Like over here, you're going to have your monthly payments, your bills. You're going to have your paycheck. All that's going to be your CBDCs. And over here is going to be everything else. This could be all crypto. So crypto's not going anywhere. Yes, I have zero expectation on Zen now. I'm talking about later on years. It's peanuts to have some forget. Look, guys, just let it sit and forget. Put it in the bottom drawer and forget about it. That's a troll right there. I remember early on in Hex, people were doing that with publicly known public addresses. They were sending people Hex, hundreds of thousands of Hex to well-known celebrities and stuff. They had their public addresses. Yeah, Matic, I use Polygon. It's called Polygon now, Corey. But yeah, I have stuff over there. Treat Zen like Doge in 2014. Yeah, use it for tipping and fun. Zeolite. I don't know. So I sleep like a baby. Oh man, Marion. Now, if you start doing this on top of sleeping like a baby, you're gonna have those bright, vivid dreams. Just don't do an edible before you go to bed either. Start taking zeolite a month into it. Eat half of a brownie, a special brownie before you go to bed. It's probably one of the best nights of your life. Or you won't be able to get out of bed. Oh God. Okay, I gotta find you guys my stories, right? So before the lockdowns, this had to be like December 2019. One of my buddies, he always had to connect for the space brownies, right? So he got me some, and it's the first time I tried them. And I have some pretty good experience with edibles, especially like gummies and things like that. But this brownie, I didn't realize that you're not supposed to eat the whole damn thing. And it was only like, like that, about that big. And I ate the whole thing. And about 30 minutes after I started feeling it, I'm like, oh, wow, this is some strong stuff. So I went to bed, and I'm laying there in bed, and my son, he's about 2 at the time, he was knocking on the door, daddy. And all I could imagine was that cartoon, the kid with a really big head and like in his little t-shirt knocking on the door with that little wisp of hair coming up. I can't remember what cartoon it was, but that's all I kept seeing was my kid looking like this little cartoon kid. And then I have to go to the bathroom. So I stood up and I fell to the floor, and I crawled all the way to the bathroom, butt ass naked, right? I'm trying to use the toilet, and I had to like pull myself up to go pee. And then after I got done, I got back down on the floor, and I had to go wash my hands, right? So I get up to the sink, and I'm pulling myself up. I can barely get up to turn the sink on. I'm washing my hands, and I gave up. I can't go back to bed. So I just laid down in the middle of the bathroom floor, and the whole time, all I could think of is my very judgmental wife coming in and take pictures of me on the bathroom floor to make fun of me in the future. But all I saw was colors. And somehow, like an hour later, I went to bed early. So I went to bed like 7 p.m. She was just out watching TV, doing her thing. She didn't even know any of this happened. And somehow I got myself back to bed by crawling across the floor, like in the military style, That was the night, man. Oh God, I can't wait till it's legal. Yeah. Sorry for that story, but yeah. Hedron price appreciation better than ICOSA yield. I don't know. ICOSA yield hasn't been deleted terribly yet. It's on its way to being deleted, or not deleted, diluted. But Hedron price appreciation in the next couple months is going to be phenomenal, in my opinion. My 2 of 4 molar mercury amalgams fell out years ago. I don't know where they went. Oh man, Simba, he swallowed the mercury. Great. What's your take of ETH Fair? ETH will stick around for a while. Yeah, well, I think we went through that one already. Isn't Load token on BSC only? I hope they come to Pulse Chain. No, Load is on. Oh God, it's not BSC. Oh God, what is it? Avax. They're on Avax. Bankman, yeah. Kind of tells you right there, right? Yes, someone did send Hex to Mark Cuban. I remember that very well. I haven't tried those kind of brownies. Yeah. I got another story for another night, but I got to ask Anna if I'm allowed to tell it yet. Tell it. Duganator. Yeah, sounds like a South Park episode. No, it wasn't South Park. It was like that really cute cartoon kid with a really big face and has his blonde hair with a little wisp on his head. I can't remember his name. What brownies make people? No. I had to go to pee. First time and last time years ago with edibles, I did the same thing, Randy. I was so drunk too. Oh my God, both? No, haven't done either one, Wendy Shift. Randy tripping out. Yeah, I was tripping. That was a wild night, guys. Wild. I hope he didn't swallow the mercury. Yeah, Marianne, that's not cool. There's a reason why there's you have to be specially trained to do this kind of filling removal, and they have to wear special equipment, all kinds of stuff because of the gases that the mercury put off. Yeah. All right. So let's go to this. All right. What's happening in the gold and silver world? Right now, silver is $19.10 an ounce. Gold is 1665.20. But this is the chart I wanted to show you because I found this one very interesting. The gold and silver ratio. Now, this is probably the most important chart in gold and silver. When this gets this high, 87 ounces of silver, 87.4 ounces, right? Oh, there's the number, 87.1 ounces to buy 1 ounce of gold. That tells me that silver is severely undervalued. This is paper markets too. This isn't the real thing, right? This is just people like the banks, JP Morgan. They've got this stuff over leveraged so much. There's so much more paper ounces of gold and silver in the world than there are the actual physical ounces of gold and silver. That's why if you go to try to buy some gold and silver right now, the coins are much higher. So if the silver price is this, 1910, you're probably going to pay close to $30 right now for an ounce of silver because the markets, the paper markets, and the real spot prices are so disproportionate and they're out of whack because there's so much fake paper silver out there that you can't get the real stuff for the actual price that they're saying it. So be careful out there with those paper markets. If you guys trade paper, gold, and silver, this is not the time to be doing that. Right now, you want physical. So just wanted to break that down for you guys. And if you do want some physical, check out Can-Am Bullion. They're down below. Great guys. I'm going to start doing a gold and silver stream during the week, probably starting next week with some really smart people in the community. All right, so here's Hedron. I want to show you this one tonight. The Aurochs indicator has gone red for Hedron, but this is something I want to tell you about the Aurochs indicator. The Aurochs indicator is dumb. When I say dumb, it's like a robot, right? The Aurochs indicator has no clue about the upcoming HSI stake auction or the fact that the guys at Maximus DAO are going to come up with a pool for people to get HSI stakes. All right. The Maximus DAO is going to buy up a bunch of HSI stakes. And because we know that if a group of us get together, with a whole bunch of our hedron, we can compete with the dolphins, the whales, and the sharks. All right. So even though this is red, and even if it confirms tomorrow, it doesn't mean jack shit, because hedron could get marching and doing another one of these any day, because we're getting closer. We are October 11th. We are just over 1 month away from the beginnings of the auctions. All right, where's Hex? Hex, this is the daily. Not looking too good on the daily. Look, they went really crazy 2 days ago. I don't know what's going on. But look, very little volume. AI is looking very poor. We dropped below the green. We're heading towards red. And the demand index is just over 0, but barely. So this could crap out on us too. But Hex has been a stable coin for almost 3 weeks, right around here, right in this range. If we want to call it all the way up to 4 cents, we can go back a couple more weeks. Let's look at the 1 week here. Look at this. All the way back here. 6th of June, 2022 is when we first made this price of 0.31, right? 6th of June. We've been pretty stable ever since then. Richard said we could be at the bottom. Well, it looks pretty clear that we've been at the bottom. And someone was like, Randy, how can the price stay how is it possible for the Hex price to be staying so much in this range for so long? I said, you guys ever heard of a market maker? There's possibility that we have a market maker in the background that we don't even know exists. So I'm not saying for sure there is, but there's a possibility. I'm sure if somebody wanted to do some chain analytics, they can figure out if we have a market maker or not. Let's look at Ethereum. Ethereum on the daily, we still got the sale. It's settings 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days back. It said sell. The AI went below the green, very similar to Hex, but the demand index is still way below 0. So not looking good for Ethereum right now. And then the weekly, same 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks back, we got the sell signal. And remember, for the Aurochs indicator, the longer the time frame, the better. So anything, the week, the 10-day, or the month. Those are the 3 that I recommend using the Aurochs indicator for. On the daily, it's not as precise. And here on Bitcoin on the daily, we have a sell there. On the weekly, we still have a buy on the weekly, which is, I think they're being optimistic. I don't think that's going to last much longer, especially if the NASDAQ and those continue to struggle. They'll sell some Bitcoin to cover their positions. That's just normally what happens, because the first thing that people sell is their crypto, because it's the easiest to sell. That's just how I feel about it. Well, I'm go trying to figure out where you guys. I did memory got not good anymore. Gained 50 pounds. Simba. I think you're talking about the mercury fillings. Can't wait till it's legal. I'm Rock Jockey. Whew. Can't wait. We already have a few of the dispensaries opening up for anybody who has a medical reason to use it. Those are coming soon. I'm Rock Jockey. So when you come to the city, maybe we can go visit one together. Silver mining stocks opinion. Wendy Shift, I got a great one for you. So if down below, sign up for the load token. They have load AGX and AUX. That's their gold and silverback tokens. But the load token itself, the one they just launched in August, that token is going to give you all they're going to have mining. They're going to have refining. So they're working with a bunch of companies down in Mexico, which is the world's largest. I think it's still the world's largest silver producers. So you're going to have access and be able to make money off of what's happening in the gold and silver mining world. I love that token for that. So that's load down below. But the only issue I have with load is that they have KYC. So if you play with the wallet, it's KYC'd. So I'm still arguing with the guys about that. I tell them, look, if you want me to show this shit, you got to get rid of the KYC. Right? because I'm a big gold and silver guy, and I want people to buy gold and silver because I think it's a great thing to have. And I think this next bull run, one of the big things that's going to be in the bull run is gold and silver. You don't want to miss out on it. And mining is where the big money is made during the gold and silver bull market. If you think gold and silver making, a 3x is great, the mining sector can easily do 100x in the next 2 years. Simba, feel bad, man. That sucks that you swallowed it, but hopefully you just went through your system. Most likely it did. So paper and gold and silver is the definition of fiat. How do we get back to finite value with bank runs? Paul Sachs, I think that ship has sailed. I think China and Russia are trying to have gold-backed currencies again. Someone just put a bill through in the United States Senate today to bring gold back to our currency. But the problem is, how much gold does the U.S. have? We don't know. Is Fort Knox empty? We won't know because they won't let anybody audit it. Fort Knox has not been audited since the 60s, I believe. Excuse me. Hedron should make about 60. Absolutely. If we see nukes dropped, all markets do what? It's going to be bad. Remember 9/11? When you shift, I don't know how old you are, but when 9/11 happened, the next few weeks, the markets got destroyed. And that was just New York City. Most edible stories mentioned being glued to the couch and not being able to get up, but you were glued to the floor. Yeah, and I was butt-ass naked. That floor was cold. Oh, God. Sup. Wife, you should have drawn a chalk line around you and then took a photo. But she never came in, thank goodness, because I know, because we've got that funny, we're both jokers, right? She would have definitely taken a picture if she knew I was on the floor, just to rub it in my face later. Oh my God. Got a soft spot for gold and silver bugs like I do for Bitcoin maxis. Yeah. I've been a gold and silver bug since I was a little kid. I used to have tons of coins. I was one of those, a coin collector. But I really didn't get back into gold and silver until 2006. When I was living with my brother, I read Peter Schiff's book, The Dollar Collapse, and that got me back involved. And I would not have found crypto if it was not for Ron Paul and gold and silver. No way. Because that's what brought me to Panama. And I started writing about gold and silver, and that's how I found Bitcoin. Crypto Sloths in the house. You missed it. We were talking about Hedron, buddy. Your favorite subject. I like making dirt. Dirt don't hurt. Hey, first time to see you. Crypto Sloth, he was here last night too. I hate all those planned events. Almost everything is planned. We can see through them. Problem, lots of people still sheep, think all those are natural events. Yeah, Warhammer, it's amazing. We were talking about this a couple weeks ago, how you can watch movies and the stuff that you see in movies, you could tell it's just programming. And then if you watch the news, which I don't, most I do is I go to Google News and I'll look up an article, or I'll see something that somebody posts on Twitter, or I'll see the shorts on YouTube Shorts or TikTok or something like that, or just a video on Twitter, and that's where I'll see the propaganda. I see right through it, man. Some things I wish I could say, but I like being able to talk on social media. I like be able to get my opinion out. If some of the stuff I said, if I feel was said, I'd probably lose my channel. It wasn't too much. I was just shilling Hedron. We were talking about Hedron and ICOSA staking and the what's the apps, what's NFTs. Yeah, old movies propaganda, massive level, massive. Yes, absolutely. Yep, they never stop. Funny story, I live in Vancouver, walked into a weed store, nothing on the shelves. Haven't had a problem getting grass in 20 years. The union is on strike. No booze, weed being delivered in the province. Captain Anthony, that's a tragedy. Because once you have that and they take it away, that's horrible. You should make a channel on Rumble, Randy, and say everything. I have all the stuff that I have here goes to Rumble and Odyssey. I prefer Odyssey. I live stream to Odyssey as well. So all this stream is on Odyssey right now. The problem is I don't. People will use it against me, right? If I say all of my opinions, I know that they're going to be chopped up and put on the internet and people will use it against me. I don't want to do that. I'd rather be your friendly neighborhood Randy and not let too much of my opinions get out there, because it's just safer that way. You know, it's better to have some stuff private. You know, people you just talk about in private. Break free from your Truman Show prison. Wendy shift, damn straight. I've been doing that since I graduated high school. Say all on your mind, what you see in the military and your views and experience will be great. Channel I support you. Warhammer, I am. I think I'm doing pretty good with it. I'm saying a lot, but I just can't say it all. That's all. Thanks. C Must trying to bring about world peace. Interesting. Yeah, he's not on our side, I don't believe. I see, you're right. People will cut out media and clips together and make a sentence out of it. Oh man, yeah. Captain Anthony, yeah, Crypto Sauce, the man. Maybe we'll get him on a live stream sometime. All right, guys. Lights off. The building's told me it's time to go to bed. Terry Doc, the good times are coming. Is this Dr. Terry, my friend from Acapulco or from Mazatlan? All right. Hope everyone has a great night. Cheers.